Hey, Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for ThermOWeb, and I am sharing with you this kid birthday layout created using one of the new clear toner sheets. So that is the sheet there. It is a 8.5 by 11 size sheet. However, printed, the actual black space there is 8 by 10.5. So I have three different foils. That one there is, I'm sorry, that one's pink melon. And then this lighter pink, so it's more of a magenta, and this lighter pink that looks like that rainbow under my lights is Enchanted Rose. And then this Gina K, the smaller sheets, is Glimmering Gold. So I'm going to cut strips of those three different foils using my trimmer and just lay that across the reverse polka dots there. So the polka dots themselves are going to be white and clear, or clear, and then the background to the polka dots is what is going to take up the foil. So remember, when you are working with foils, that you want to put the color side of the foil, the side that you want to see, facing out, and you're going to put the silver side down, so shiny side out. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to create some stripes. So my original plan had been that these would be straight symmetrical stripes and there would be none of that black toner showing through. What I didn't plan for, however, is the shift in everything as I was running this through, which I'm okay with. I can live with that. But if you are type A, highlighted, bolded, and underlined, you will want to probably secure these down some way. Either that or use a larger sheet of parchment paper to run it through. So I am preheating my hot laminator right now. It is warming up off camera as we speak so that I can make sure to just run these through straight away. You definitely want to have a preheated laminator as you're going through this. So these are literally just, I think they're 1.5-inch strips. And I'm just alternating, trying to get a variety of design, and length and a mix of color in it as well. Unfortunately, I do cover up most of it uh, with the layout, but I really like the finished look, and it would have been really cool cut with a digital die cut. You can run this through your digital die cut machine. I have run mine through my silhouette. What I do is I just put a piece of paper over the foil. You could actually use parchment if you just had cooking parchment on top of it, and I secure that down with my purple tape from ThermOWeb as well, and it cuts perfectly with that. I'll have to do a video on that for you if you're interested, so you can see how that works out. But it would be a fun way of getting, especially a large title for a layout, or if you're a card maker, you could get a large sentiment for your card front. That would be really cool. So see how I put it down and it's perfect, but then when I go to put it through the machine, because it's slightly too big, I wonder too if I had run my static, the little static pillow that I have, if maybe the foils wouldn't have shifted on me as well. So I have to replace some of them, and you can see where the black pokes through, but that is okay. There's a learning curve to everything, right? And not everything ends up being perfect, and sometimes it's God's plan. So I'm just going to roll with that and go with that. So this is going to be the background for my birthday layout. I have some Kaisercraft birthday that I got at Tuesday morning recently. I want to say maybe before Christmas, so October-ish, and my plan is to use this with that. The gold is one of the colors in the collection, but there isn't a lot of gold foil in other colors, and so it works perfectly for a really super shiny birthday layout. My daughter is currently 14. She will be 15 in June. So it just goes to show how old these pictures are, because this is going to be her 5th birthday. This is her celebration at preschool. possibly junior kindergarten. I'm going to go with preschool. And my parents were there and they were super excited to take cake to her to share with her friends. And that is what this layout is about. So I'm peeling off the layers and you can see where some of the black toner sheet is sticking through much more than I would like. And so I'm going to try and cover that up a little bit, but I'm not super worried about it. The other thing that you can definitely do with these toner sheets, which I've done here, I do it off camera, largely because I don't have a way of filming at my sewing machine, but I am going to stitch the toner sheet. So I'm just going to do some zigzag stitches, and again, unfortunately, I cover up most of it. It's funny, you can't plan, you know, I tried planning leaving the stitching visible, and you'll see it in the top right-hand corner in the close-ups, but it adds a little bit of white to it, which is super nice. Because this is a clear toner front, I am going to put that on top of some white cardstock so that you see the white polka dots underneath. What would be cool is if you had a lighter color and you did maybe black underneath for the polka dots. I had toyed with the idea of putting sequins at each of the polka dots, but I really needed the white because there's a lot of darkness in this layout, and you need to see it needed some balance. You'll understand what I'm talking about. So you can definitely run your toner sheets through more than once, and you'll see where the foils definitely picked up the color there. Yep, see, not a problem. Definitely able to, if you make a mistake or want to change things up, you can run them through again. And where you have not picked up color, you can definitely pick up color. So that is the technique. The rest of this is just process. So if you've seen enough, then be my guest to go ahead and hit pause or call it done, as the rest of this is just me building this layout. So I have 4 photos. 2 are 3x4, and then the other 2 are actually 4x6s that I've cut down. I want to say that they are 3x6. I have fussy cut some of the foiled gift packages from one of the sheets. I did that off camera, and then I'm going to see, you can see where I've fussy cut them. I want them to go all the way across the page along the length of those lower photos, so I am going to cut one more there, and they are definitely going to go under the photos. So what I struggle with here is I really want you to be able to see some of that background. And I feel like as dark as the photos are, they were taken indoors, and this was before I was um, too, I'm going to say, adept at photography before the iPhone days. I think I was still using a camera. And so I struggled with how to get these photos to, A, be able to let you see that wonderful background that I created, and B, lighten up those photos. Um, this may have been the wrong toner sheet to do that with, but I really liked it, and it added to the celebration. It felt like confetti falling in the background to me. And so I had to go with it. So what I tried to do to try and lighten things up a little bit was I did put white around all of the photos except for the one of my parents next to her with her cute little fingers by her face. I thought too that if I framed the photo with pattern paper, that I would be able to um, create some color distinction there so that you knew that there was a photo, and distinguish the lights and darks in this. And I think that effect worked successfully for me. I am looking for embellishments here. I really like the packages and then that lovely foil background, and felt that it didn't need a ton more, but I just wanted a little bit more, especially with that banner up the top there. So the banner is just sort of birthday fun, and then it says celebrate on the right hand side in gold. And so I will finish fussy cutting that, but I will spare you having to watch that. So this is where I add white behind those pictures. And the reason I wanted to include those pictures at the bottom, I could have just left it as Mia and my mom and dad, but I wanted to have the pictures of her friends because, you know, even now, I'm not sure that she remembers who they are, but they were important to her at the time enough that she wanted to be able to take cake in and celebrate her birthday there. And I actually remember some of these kids still, and some of them are still around, still hanging around in the neighborhood. And some of them, I know she went to middle school with some of them. And some of them are neighborhood kids and going to different schools or private schools at this point. But yeah, even though they're dark photos, I really wanted to incorporate them into the layout because, you know, our memories change over time. And I think that by preserving our memories through our scrapbook pages and our journaling, we are able to keep the real memory, or the memory as we experience it, most remembered, rather than our rewritten version of that memory, if that makes sense. So I am just using my dot roller here, Gina K. That's everything that I use for my adhesive if I am not using my Ultra Bond. Another way that you could actually adhere that toner sheet to cardstock or card fronts is also with Ultra Bond as well. That works nice and clear. I like to use that, and I would probably use it behind the gold foil and not where the clear part of the toner sheet is. So that is going to wrap it up, my friends. A fun birthday layout and a great way of creating a scrapbook background using gold foil. So if you have any questions or questions about any of the product that I've used, please don't hesitate to leave that in the box down below. If you're interested in seeing me using the toner sheets with my digital cutting machine, let me know too, and I will see what I can do about that for you if there's enough interest. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.